is Justine, and I'm here at Google I/O, and I had so much fun watching the presentation. And now I'm going to head over and chat with Sundar, the CEO of Google. He just left the stage, so let's go have a chat.
Wow!
Thank you so much for sitting down, and I'm just so excited. This is actually my first I/O.
Oh, well, welcome. And
Wow!
you timed it well. We are back in person in Shoreline. Did you enjoy it?
I did. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, of course. I loved, it took me a while to get used to having audience back and the reactions back. And so I had to go through an adjustment, I think. But I loved being here.
Wow!
Like in the auditorium too, it was just like feeling that energy. I feel like everyone missed that.
And I hope it continues. I think it's time for people to come back and get on with our lives.
I felt like watching the
Wow!
presentation, it really felt like Google was trying to be additive to technology and not something that's like distracting in your life. So how do you feel that that kind of carries through towards Google's mission?
No, it is.
Wow!
If you go back to search was always about trying to get you the answer as quickly as possible, and not the focus was that. And so in some ways, I think a lot of what you saw today is people are living their lives, doing what they are trying to do. We want to find those moments where if they need help, be helpful as quickly and
Wow!
efficiently as possible. So yeah, that affects how we think about it.
And it's incredible with your whole career at Google too, and you've been there for so long. So what's it been like to really see the entire tech industry just change, like right before your eyes, and even having like a huge part in that?
Well, I mean, it is, who would have thought the internet would reach where it is today? And, I couldn't have quite foreseen it, but
Wow!
early on, I realized that finally you have a medium which is going to, pretty much touch everyone in the world eventually. And so it's been thrilling to be part of that ride. And being at Google gives you a chance to do that at scale and impact a lot of people. So, but I think, look, the great thing about technology is for people who are young and
Wow!
coming into it, the next decade, the next 2 decades are going to have as much evolution and as many new things as what I've seen in my last 2 decades. So I think that's the great thing about technology.
Is there
Wow!
any key moment that you're like, that was the most meaningful thing that you felt that had like huge impact?
Towards the end, when it all comes together, when we are investing in AI and trying to help people as we are testing the prototype and giving it to people who could be, either deaf or hard of hearing or didn't understand a language, that's where you see how it can all come together and touch people's lives. And so I think that's the potential of technology, the kind of thing which makes me get up in the morning and come into work. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, and I feel like now, even just with the internet and being able to touch that many lives is so incredible. And I think accessibility is so important. I mean, how do you guys kind of go through that whole process of deciding what is something that you need to include for accessibility and kind of just carry that through?
We've deeply cared about it in our mission. And so, if anything, we're constantly across every product, be it getting to
Wow!
everyone in the world, trying to make it as affordable as possible, making sure we are thinking through deeply for people with disabilities, and working to make sure the products work for them. All that. There's a lot of work still left to do. One thing I would say is AI offers new opportunities to do it in a way we couldn't have solved
Wow!
it before. And so that's why when you look at things like translation or transcription or all that, I think offers us to support these groups better than ever before.
You guys have talked so
Wow!
much about AI, and it's weird and kind of also interesting when I talk to my non-tech friends, their kind of perception of AI. Like, you think of what you see in these big high-budget movies, like robots running around everywhere, and like that's not the actual reality of it. So do you want to talk a little bit about like what AI actually is and how you guys kind of implement it in all of your devices?
Look, in many ways, the kind of AI we are talking about is, as humans, like you and I are using language fluently, we are looking at each other, we have context. All this is very, very hard for computers to do. So we are trying to make progress and make computers be a bit smarter, and using AI to make those things better. But it offers promise in a different way, because the same AI can be an expert on many topics. So it could be like you're talking to 1,000 different experts on any topic, right? That's the potential. So you can imagine a kid in the future being able to learn on any topic, regardless of where they're growing up, what access they have. So that's the potential we see. But when we speak about AI, a lot of it is about how do we use that to bring more knowledge to more people. And so that's how we think about it.
I love that